Welcome back to John Madden Sales. In this episode of the Madden Method, we're going to go over how we clean and sterilize our brushes. So when it's time to clean the brushes, they're looking a little scuzzy. We try to do this and time it on a Sunday after all the horses have been worked and they're cleaned up and groomed, and that way we don't need any of the brushes that we're going to take and clean. So what I'm going to do is come here to our little brush drawer, and I've got a bucket, and I'm going to take everything that needs to be cleaned out. The combs, you see they get some dirt stuck on them, the grooming mitts. Heck, why not throw in the pulling comb too? Now, everything that's kind of left in here, scissors, tape, braid bands, I'm just gonna leave in here. I'm gonna come back once I get this set and I'm gonna clean this drawer out. So I'm gonna put some bleach in this bucket, and that is to kill the bacteria on the brushes, anything that may be on there. You don't need a lot to get the job done well. Put that back. And then I'm going to use hot water. I've got it on here. And I'm going to fill the bucket. You want to make sure the brushes all get submerged in the bleach water. And I'm going to let them soak for a little while. So I'm going to let these brushes soak for at least 10 minutes, if not longer, depending on if we have other projects to do. You can just let them sit here for a while. It's not going to hurt them to be in here longer. Some of the dirt that sticks to the combs, I might use one of the brushes to kind of get that dirt off a little better. This is just to be sure like all the dirt and bacteria gets off of these brushes. Alright, so I've let the brushes soak for actually about a half an hour now, and I'm going to dump the water. I want to make sure I rinse the bucket out and get that sorted, and then I'm going to make sure I rinse everything really good so no bleach is left on the brushes. Again, I'm going to use hot water just because I think it works a little better. Make sure you get in the grooming mitts. Really soak the brushes good. Get right to the base where all that dirt hides in there. And get all that soaking water out. Okay, now shake them out a little bit. And we're going to go put them on the counter to dry. So when the weather is not ideal outside and you can't put them outside to dry in the sun, we take a couple towels, lay them out on the counter in the grooming stall. This is just to absorb any of the water that might come off of the brushes. And I'm going to take them and I'm going to try to set them, if I can, bristle side down. Some of the more narrow ones don't like to stand up. But this is going to help them dry. Curry. And then with the grooming mitts, you can actually take the comb, because the middle, they're rubber and they kind of stick together. If you take the comb and stick it in the mitt like this, voila, it stands up nice. Oops, this one's got a little and then the extra comb like that. And they're gonna sit overnight, and then whoever works on Monday is our barn day off, so they have plenty of time to dry overnight. Whoever works on Monday in the afternoon will take them and put them back in the drawers. Now Sunday, we will take our vacuum system and clean out the drawers. Okay, so just to prepare for the return of the clean brushes to the drawer, I'm gonna take everything out of here for the moment. And the cool part about our grooming stall setup at John Madden Sales is we have a central vacuum system. And this makes it really easy to clean out something like a drawer, as well as clean your horses off. But I find this very convenient for this activity. So I'm gonna plug this into the wall. I'm gonna take the vacuum. I'm gonna get all the dirt in the drawer. Nice and quick. And then what doesn't belong on the counter drying can come back in here, and then the drawer is clear for the brushes to return when they're dry. So if the weather was nicer and it was sunny outside and there wasn't snow on the ground like there is right now, I might take these brushes and put them out on our courtyard wall or on the cobblestones outside the barn to dry in the sun. But in the wintertime, they do just a fine job on the counter just like this. Our barn is heated, so they dry fairly quickly, and it's just as efficient to do it this way. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Madden Method. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please follow us on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel.